Hey, y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another movie reviews. This time I'm reviewing Death Race, and I'll start the Death Race series, and I'll review all three movies just like I did the Fast and Furious series. And if you want to watch the Fast and Furious series that I reviewed, uh, you should be able to go to my YouTube channel, and they're on there. Or you just want to watch them all at the same time, they'll be on this playlist. So the movie reviews playlist is what they're on. But anyway, this this movie starts off with Jason Statham's character, and I can't remember his name, but we're gonna call him Tombstone. Frankenstein, because that's who he plays in the movie. But anyway, he's at his job, and they're closing down where he works at, and the SWAT team comes in and gets rid of all of them because there's a riot starting. Well, Jason Statham's character goes home and to his wife, and they're about to go to bed when this guy in a black mask comes and kills his wife and sets it up to make it look like Jason Statham's character did it. Well, anyway, he goes to jail, and the warden tells him about the death race and tells him that he's going to be taking the role of Frankenstein because at the beginning of the movie, the original Frankenstein died in the last race, and he got killed going across the finish line. He won the race, but he got killed. So Jason Statham has to take over Frankenstein's spot. So he does that, and he has to win one more race to be free because the previous Frankenstein already has won 4 races. And we'll find more out about Frankenstein in Death Race 2 and 3, and I'll explain that whenever we go review that. But anyway, we meet Machine Gun Joe, and this guy does not like Frankenstein at all. Machine Gun Joe, who's played by Tyrese Gibson, has 3 wins, and he needs 2 more wins or he would be free. So the first race happens, and we meet the racers. There's this guy named Pachinko, who we find out killed Jason Statham's wife, and Jason Statham finds this out, and he goes after Pachinko. Well, in the first race, Frankenstein, they race, and he finds out that Pachinko kills his wife, and he's going after Pachinko, and that gets him put in 6th place. So at the first race, he's in 6th place, and then they leave, and they're in the shop, and Jason Statham's character Frankenstein goes over there and to pick a fight with Pachinko because he killed his wife, and he gets beat up. But this guy named List comes and stabs Pachinko in the back with a pencil, and Pachinko starts attacking List, and then Jason Statham gets loose and beats everybody up. Well, then the second race comes, and what happens in the second race? Well, the warden has been making something behind the curtains, some kind of big old vehicle, and we find out what this vehicle is. What it is a big 18-wheeler souped up with machine guns, rocket launchers, all that stuff where the guards drive. Well, she lets this thing loose in the second race. It kills everybody except for Machine Gun Joe and Frankenstein, and it even kills 14K. Well, we'll learn more about 14K in Death Race 2 and 3 because he's in them, and we'll find about his backstory and stuff. Well, what happens after this? Frankenstein's in the lead in the second race, and the race, and to get rid of this 18-wheeler, they go on a death uh, thing that can bring up this trap, and it blows up this 18-wheeler. Well, with these things, there's a sword, a shield, and a little death symbol. And the swords give you machine guns, gives you ammo, and the shields is where you can use your napalm, your oil, and your smoke. And then the death things are the traps. Well, they destroy this 18-wheeler and make it through the second race. Well, after the second race, Frankenstein's crew chief, coach, he shows them where a part of the track has been destroyed from where it was either Grim Reaper or Machinko crashed into this billboard, and then he got ran over by Machine Gun Joe. Well, it's weak now, so Frankenstein talks to Machine Gun Joe, and they devise a plan to escape, and this is what's going to happen. Well, he goes to Machine Gun Joe's racing pit and talks to him, and then the third race comes, this final race, where they're racing, and every time Frankenstein goes over one of these holes, they shut him off before he could get to it, and Machine Gun Joe's getting all the weapons. Well, what the Warren don't know is Machine Gun Joe and Frankenstein's in on a plan to get out, so she's arming up Machine Gun Joe, not knowing that this is going to screw her over in the long run. Well, she's going to let Frankenstein get over a shield, and Machine Gun Joe blows up the shield. And then Machine Gun Joe walks into Frankenstein and say he has a pitchfork that's going straight up his butt, and this was the code word. So he launches his bazooka launchers, and they blow up that spot that was weak from the last race, and they go through it. Well, they try and escape, so they're going toward the bridge, and the cops are behind them. And what Frankenstein did was have them add an extra tank, a half tank of gas to his car. And what he did, he let loose the 5-gallon tank and blew up all the cops. And then they're going through the gate, and they're being shot by these guards. And Machine Gun Joe's navigator, which is a dude, dies. Now, Machine Gun Joe got all dude navigators because every navigator he gets winds up dying, and he doesn't want no woman riding with him, where the rest of them have women. Well, anyway, they get past the gate, and then there's these helicopters coming in after them. So they're shooting them up, trying to get rid of them, and Machine Gun Joe takes a right-hand turn and goes, and then they stay on Frankenstein. Well, Jason Statham as Frankenstein and his navigator switch places, and Jason Statham jumps out of the car and gets away. Well, the girl, his navigator, drives off and gets stopped and captured by police. Well, they had to let her go because she got her release papers, and the reason she got her release papers is because she helped kill the Frankenstein that's before Jason Statham. So they had to let her go no matter what because she has release papers already. So Jason Statham and Tyrese Gibson, who plays Machine Gun Joe, they get loose and they go to Mexico. Well, 6 months later, the navigator for Jason Statham meets him up in Mexico, and Jason Statham introduces his daughter to her, and that's the end of the movie. My questions for y'all is, what did y'all like about the first Death Race movie? And as always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. Guys, Jesus is awesome. See y'all next time.